What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, readoptionagency.com, 22 years selling full-time on eBay, and about a little over 2 months focusing more on Posh. So, been on Posh for several years and only did a little bit here and there. I think like last year I only did like $2,000 for the whole year. Didn't put much effort into it, but have been for the last 2 months. So, that being said, yesterday was booming. Posh, I had one of my highest days. I had $96 just on Posh yesterday, and they're already packaged up because Adrian did them, but now I'm focusing on cross-listing. I started with shoes. So I got a bunch of shoes in Vendu. I pushed a bunch of them over into Posh, and I've got shoes that's been sitting in eBay 4 or 5, yesterday, 3, 4, and 5 years. So a pair that I had in the eBay store for about 3 years, sold on Posh 24 hours. A pair I had in eBay for about 4 years, sold on Posh under 24 hours. A pair I had in the store for 5 years, sold on Posh 24 hours. Another pair that sold today, been on eBay for at least 3+ years, sold on Posh about 36 hours, I guess. Or I guess you could say 48 hours then. So anyway, selling quick on Posh compared to just sitting on eBay and doing nothing. So I'm glad I am getting this stuff over to Posh because it's paying off. So I like that. Like today on Posh already, I got $70. We're at 10:30 in the morning. $70 on Posh already. I'm curious to see how much I got on eBay and see if it's beating it. Let me look. I'm very curious. Now, $118 on eBay right now. So, up now $150. So, but still, a third of, actually more than a third of Posh sales, or eBay, you know, the difference. But yet, I got maybe 3,200, actually probably like 3,100 items on Posh. And I got 52,000 on eBay. Yeah. I'm liking the results thus far. And these are results I didn't expect with my slow tail stuff, long tail stuff. Maybe my long tail stuff is only long tail because eBay. I mean, shoes I've had sitting up to 5 years, moving 24 hours. Not just 1 pair, 2 pairs, 3 pairs, 4 pairs, 3+ years sitting on eBay, moving within 24 to 48 hours. Maybe my long tail stuff's not the problem. Maybe eBay is the problem. I mean, 1 pair, 2 pairs. I would be like, okay, the shopper's probably there on Posh more than eBay. But when you're already into 4 pair, either way, it's a win-win. I mean, moving the stuff over. So, and like, you know, since we're in a new month, I'm going to go into sales for last month as a whole. I haven't really looked at it yet. So I want to see, because I'm pretty sure I was down from the month before. And we're in September, right? It shouldn't be down. Yeah, down 7% from the month before. And as of right now, I'm down 11% from last month's numbers. We're going into fourth quarter. We're in fourth quarter. My numbers should still not be going down. But with eBay, that is the trend. But yet my items are moving quicker on Posh. So far, anyway. Some items. So, hey. If we need to use Posh to balance out, that's what we got to do. So, biggity bam. You know, so let's see. What can we get into? So yesterday I made a prediction. I haven't looked at see how much I made yesterday. So on yesterday's video, I made a prediction that if my organics stay within 2 and let's just say 9, I would do like $500 for the day. If they're in the teens, in the teens, I'm going to do 600. Usually, if they're out of the teens, I'll do more than 600. So if I can call my shots on eBay, then let's see. So yesterday made it to $631.17. So I'm going to look at my traffic. My organics at this rate should be in the teens. So I'm just going to take a guess. I haven't looked. I didn't look yesterday. I'm just going to say 15. I'm just going to call it kind of in the middle. 14 organic. 42 items sold yesterday, 14 organic, 28 promoted. So, yeah, I mean, at this time on eBay, I should be 70 to 100 items sold every day. Because of the eBay issues, I'm in the 40s. 30s even. I'm in the 30s and 40s. I've been in the 30s and 40s for the last, hell, that day was only 20. 23 items sold on eBay with 52,000 items. 27, 28, 30, 43, 33. One of the days where it felt like things were rolling and it was working, 64, 40, 36, 35, 27, 49, 26, 44, 45, 47, 37, 21. Now, when I look back at that whole history, now I understand why stuff is moving better on Posh. eBay's burying items, technical issues, whatever the case may be. Things are not right on eBay. Let's just put it that way. Things are not right on eBay, whatever the cause. I mean, I don't have, the only green on any of my pages is my external views. That's the only green on my percentages. Everything else is red. I promote higher items at 15%, promote my lower items at 9%. That's the way I've been running for, a week or so? A week and a half, ever since I did that little test where I changed them 4 times in one day. I mean, it shouldn't. This has never happened in 22 years. Not even in the 08 to like 011 recession time. This didn't happen. And that was a worse time period than what we're in now, if I remember correctly. So yeah. Anyway, do I need to say much more than that? So we'll get into eBay orders, the few that I have. I might actually have more items from Posh than eBay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 11 Posh orders, 11 items on Posh sold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on eBay. So overnight, Posh, if you count the number of items, has beaten out eBay. 52,000 items, 3,100 items. I'm just saying, Vendu link is below. Save 25% on your first month. Thank you to everybody who's used it. And I hope you are seeing happier results. From what I am hearing, and you guys are telling me, and I saw Marcus's video yesterday, everybody thus far is very happy they're cross-listing onto Posh and Mercari. I haven't touched Mercari too much yet, so I'll get there. First is to start dominating Posh, so. Numbers don't lie. I mean, sure, the amount dollar-wise is not. We got 70 to 150, So, because I did take an order on a bundle. So that's why the money's different. So, but it's about moving items, you know? If I only got $1 or less into an item, I'm going to take $5 for it if you buy 10 of them from me. It just, especially something I can get repeatedly over and over again, because it's about moving merchandise, putting that money back in the bank so you can keep growing the business. So let's just jump into straight questions and comments on YouTube, since I didn't get much into that yesterday. I don't know what happened last night with my video. My video just tanked. That's probably my pool video last night was the worst viewed video I've had in, I can remember. And then what's weird is all my other channels, I put videos on, I think 4 channels yesterday. They're all in the 40 views. So they're all like hanging in the same spot, and they're all down. So I don't know what, maybe it was that short I put up and it just blew out the next video I put up. I don't know, with the algorithm. You always hear things like that on YouTube, where if you have a low performing video, then the next one tanks also. So not sure. That being said too, I also want to say eBay has changed the rules, and somebody tagged me in a post on Facebook yesterday coming from eBay for Business. Yes, it's because unbranded is in the brand. The unbranded in the item specifics must match the brand in the title. So the way I'm looking at this going forward, it's not about the brand of the t-shirt anymore. The brand in the item specifics, it's the brand that's in the title. So if I'm going to be putting up and then what are they going to consider as brand, you know? So, but if it's anything close to a brand, that's the name that's going in the item specifics brand for me. They have shirt brands in that. They have Gildan, Fruit of the Loom. I'm not using those anymore. Whatever is in the title is what I'm putting in the brand. So they match, they jive, so that automated system doesn't see a conflict there. So, am I putting Mizzou shirts now and putting brand instead of whatever brand they print them on, which is a million different brands? Do I just put Mizzou? That's probably the way I'm going. So, of course, you know, the name of the game has changed, but we were not made aware of it, so we're getting penalized for it. So the person who put it up asked because they had a similar situation to me, where they had, I guess, a promo item, which was on an unbranded hat, but it was a brand name like a Budweiser. I think it was actually Budweiser. And because Anheuser-Busch or Budweiser was not in the brand specific, it was using the type of hat, it got tagged just like all mine. So I think today I'm going to send eBay for Business my info on that last one that struck my account, and see if they can't get something done about it, because now I'm almost more convinced than ever that it's the word Jaguar. So I'm going to see if they can help me with anything there. All right, first up, North Face has been like this for years. Yes, North Face, I remember, is another one. You cannot sell their items new on eBay. You will get a VERO. You can sell them used, do not sell them new, because you are not an authorized retailer. As far as I know, they haven't messed with sellers selling their used items, correct? I sell their used stuff here, and I think I sold, no, it wasn't one yesterday. It was, or was it? No, I don't think so. It was. But new have gotten taken down. Their recent rumor was because they have a lifetime warranty on their clothes. Yeah, that's another thing too. That's another loophole. If they say they have a lifetime warranty on it and you're selling it new and you're not authorized, you can't back that lifetime. You know, it's a bunch of legal mumbo jumbo, basically. Very helpful. Thanks for the help, James. Man, the world has enough negative stuff. Stop and find a positive. Here is one. Most of us would love to have your eBay income. Gotta love people like this, right? So that was a short yesterday. So if you saw my short, I just noticed something different on eBay. I made a short about it because I've had a couple customers going, I'm not understanding what's going on here. So when you look on eBay or in the eBay store, it doesn't show you have an item on sale. It just shows the sale price, that is its set price. But if you click on the item, it'll show $14.99, 30% off, $10.49. But if you're just looking at it in the eBay store or on eBay, now it just says in black $10.49. It doesn't show the items on sale. So actually we're in a way, we're losing, if this is permanent, we're losing that sale effect. When people are scrolling to eBay going, ooh, that item's on sale, click. We're going to lose that if this is a permanent thing. But so he's responding to that, me pointing that out. And all I got to say to people like this, give me 20 years, 12 hours a day, then come back and talk to me and let me know if you're happy when you have to deal with problems, changes, issues that affect your sales and your hard work over 20 years, 12 hours a day. Once you've been there, come back to me. Until then, walk on, little boy. That's funny. And I mean that in a funny way. All righty. Hi, James. Just followed your Posh Closet. And yes, about a year ago, I finally started cross-listing too. Do I make a ton of sales on the other platforms? No, but they feel like a nice security blanket if things go really bad with eBay. Plus, I feel like I'm reaching a different audience over there. Keep on keeping on. Yeah, I mean, that's basically what you got to. That's one of the other options with your stuff's buried on eBay. There's another whole nother audience on Posh. 4 different shoes selling so quickly that's been sitting in my eBay store. Marcus made a comment yesterday on his video. Stuff that he's moving, some of the stuff he's moving on Posh, been sitting on eBay for a while. Some of his older items. So eBay has a listing of companies you can look to prevent VEROs. Not sure if you've seen it. Thanks for the info. Yes. But you can't go by that VERO list. The VERO list is basically something to tell you could have problems with this company. It's basically saying don't sell their counterfeit items. That's what the VERO list basically is. Coach is on there. They're not going to come after you for selling used Coach unless it's fake. I don't think they are one that's crossing over into the taking the new things off yet. Let me see if Coach has an eBay store. That will tell me if they are, could be or not. Coach products for sale, but it doesn't look like they've got a actual store. So, but I've sold new Coach, so I'm not sure. I don't think, as of the last time I sold a new Coach, they weren't coming after me. Because I would always, if we go to Smoky Mountains, we usually go to the Coach store. I usually go through the clearance stuff, and sometimes I'll buy a Coach and flip it on eBay. Coach clearance stuff. So, retail arbitrage, if you will. Last time I did that, they were not coming after new, but they don't come after you unless it's fake. So the VERO list is basically, I never pay attention to the VERO list. You don't have to. If you don't sell fakes, it doesn't matter who's on the VERO list. The ones you've got to be concerned about is if you're just learning like Velcro, onesies. Those, if you go in there to look for terms you can't use because they're owned by somebody else. That's the benefit of that VERO list. That's the biggest benefit of that VERO list. I need to go back and see if like Levi's is on it and see if there's a revision in it that says you can't sell our new items unless you're an authorized user. If that's printed in there, then that VERO list, it would be very helpful to go back in and look at the brands and see what brands have that statement in there. Unless you are an authorized retailer, do not sell our new merchandise. So that might be something to check on. I just keep seeing something going by on my window, but there's nothing there. So my peripheral vision must be messing with me today. All right. With my short, I talked about, I noticed this on my listings too. My first thought was they made this change on purpose for some reason. I didn't even consider it was a glitch until the video showed a couple of your listings still having the sales showing. Yeah, it's not all of them. It's just some of them. So that's why I took it as a glitch and not a permanent thing, because it's not all of my listings. I didn't call it in because, you know, I don't care anymore. It's pointless. The time it takes to call something in and they not care, I'd rather sit down and cross list. So eBay should just have a dedicated email specifically for sellers to send them glitches that keep happening. We could send short videos like this, then at least the IT department. See, that's a good idea. And that's what I sent them a video with when I was doing that short run of all the issues I experienced, I put them all in one video and I sent it to eBay for Business. I sent it to a rep that I talked to on the phone. They were both sending it to the IT. Nothing happened. The issue still happened. So, you know, it's, who knows? Hi, James. So when the rep called it counterfeit and you knew she was wrong, did you get her full name, her title, how long she was working in the department? No, I didn't get all that. I just got the time, because all phone calls are recorded. So I got the time that the phone call is recorded. So if they need any information of who the person is that told me this, the time that I called should be specific enough. I'm mad because this is our livelihood and we can't have people like that in positions like that making judgment calls like that. Yeah, it is scary when somebody tells you anything printed on a Gildan t-shirt is counterfeit. That's just scary. Just a very, I mean, that is, you know, if somebody printed a branded, if you put a Coach logo on a Gildan t-shirt yourself, that's counterfeit, or came from China that way, or somebody down at the local flea market is selling it. Coach has their own Coach brand. They print up their own Coach stuff. So if Coach is on anything other than Coach, then yes, if it's on a Gildan, it's counterfeit. They don't use, as far as I know, have never used Gildan. So that's the scare, you know. They are trying so hard to reduce the amount of small-time sellers in the search results before Christmas so they can please their corporate overlords. If you are clogging up the system, those overlords who are paying through the nose for advertising inevitably won't get as many sales. It's whatever the reasons, it's a sad state. Whatever the reasons, and like I said, I think we're in a perfect storm. I think it's a flurry of many different reasons, unfortunately. You have the problems with the eBay site. We have them constantly updating it, causing more problems. We have the economy right now. We had the influx of sellers via COVID that when the buyers dissipated, the sellers did not really, and now they're being weeded out. So I think it's a little bit of everything. Do I think I would have, like, when it evens out, do I think my sales will be back to normal? Yes and no. If the website is fixed, yes. I think I'll be doing 1,000 plus every day on eBay. If everything else evens out, the economy, the buyer-seller ratio comes more, closer together, if you will, but the eBay's still messed up, I think I could go from 500 to 600, maybe to 800 to 900, but I don't see it working 100%. And that's just a feeling there, more based on a feeling from my knowledge and my length of time doing this and seeing it and following it and making subconscious notes, if you will. Not much on how to, unfortunately. It would be great to have a video on pricing and or sourcing. So this is in response to my pool yesterday. My pool video yesterday, I put how to earn a living selling on eBay. So their response was not much on a how to, unfortunately. And what I got to say is you got to open your eyes. Not every video is going to feed you. You have to do some thinking on your own. So if you're watching a what sold video, that is technically showing you how to earn a living on eBay if you watch one video after another video after another video, and you're taking in the information of the items that are selling. Not every video is going to be say, hey, I paid 25 cents. You can too. I sold for $20. You must buy also. It don't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. Not every time anyway. You gotta put in a little effort if you want to, be long term and succeed, and open your eyes, open your ears, shut your mouth, and that's the most key thing with trying to grow as a person, as a business, in whatever you're trying to do. Open your eyes, open your ears, close your mouth until it's question time, and then ask away. And then that's what I'd like here is the questions, that really can bring out some conversation. So when you make a comment that something like that, well, if you would put in an effort to ask a question about what you saw in the video, then you would grab a little bit more knowledge than just what I'm showing you in the videos. Some videos has got to be more about fun for me, but you're still going to get some nuggets of information if you put in your effort of attention span, right? So, I mean, the attention span of YouTube, is usually under 30 seconds. So if you're not willing to put in more than a minute or 2 minutes of video, chances are you're not going to be very successful if you're doing that to all of the information and learning you're trying to intake. I'm not saying my videos per se. I'm just saying with any info you're trying to pull in from YouTube. If you're only giving videos a short amount of time and not taking in all the content, then you're shortchanging yourself, which will in turn shortchange yourself. I had one sale on eBay this month. How many items you got listed though? Do you run sales? Do you promote? A lot of variables. There's always a lot of variables behind everything. There's a lot of variables behind every comment I'm reading. There's a lot of variables behind my videos, and if you don't watch my videos continuously, you are going to miss some variables. Hence, some of the questions I skip over or that I will respond to and say, if you watch the videos, you'll get the information. I usually do that if I've gave that information in, say, the last 1 to 10 videos. I will say, watch the videos. It's there. If I said it 2 years ago, I'll try to repeat myself, obviously. If something is a VERO item, it would be nice if you got an error message when listing it instead of hammering us after. See, that you can't, it's not that detailed. You can't do that. If you try to put up a Coach purse, you would get the warning with your statement because it's on the VERO list. But it's only a problem if you're trying to sell a counterfeit. So it's not about eBay. What you need to learn is it's not about eBay saying, this. See, this kind of goes back to what I just said. You've got to put in your time and your effort. You can't have everything spoon-fed to you because 100% it's not 100% correct with the intention. If it popped up VERO on a Coach, most people ain't going to know what that means. You have to put in the work to understand why Coach is on that list. Why Coach is on that list is so you don't sell counterfeit or fake Coach items, not because you're selling authentic Coach items. So doing that, it's not something that you can be spoon-fed. You have to learn it. And it's part of the reselling business. You have to learn these things. And right now we're in a transition period where some of the rules are changing. And if we don't learn from that and adapt from that, we go by the wayside. The same thing with everything across the board. If you're not learning and adapting and growing and expecting everything to be spoon-fed for you, you're going to fail. You've got to put in the time. You got to put in the effort. You got to put in the attention. It's a lot easier now with YouTube. People, Josh said the other day, reselling seems like the only platform in business where the business owners, if you will, are giving away their trade secrets. Most businesses hide that stuff, keep it to themselves. How many responses have I read in the past that blame me for their failing business because I am giving people ideas and suggestions and how to do's and stuff like that? But see, here's the difference. There's people who want it spoon-fed who are going to fail, and there's people who will put in the time, the effort to make it work. Those are the people who's watching the entire video because they never know what kind of nugget they're going to find. They're watching 50 different content creators with 50 different styles, pulling in hundreds of thousands of different ideas and thoughts and processes and things, and they're processing it all because they're growing, they're learning, they're building. They started out here, and now every video they watch, they just grow and grow and grow. And within that growth, you're learning that it's not about the VERO list. It's about how that company reacts to their items being sold. Right now, if it's counterfeit, yes, Coach, that's how they respond. If it's counterfeit, as far as I know, it's the only way they respond. Now, Levi's, Harley Davidson. Obviously, if you sell a counterfeit, they're going to respond. Now, if you sell their items new, they're going to respond. So that's the changing part. So if you don't keep up with it and learn, you're going to fall. And if you only give videos and I won't even say videos, I'll just say educational content, whether that's searching sold on eBay to learn new items to find, to watching videos and getting new information on everything kind of like I talk about and or more that other people talk about. If you're not giving it the time, you're not growing. You're just staying right here expecting to be fed everything. And that you're not going anywhere that way. So and I don't mean this in a negative way or pick on you for that comment. I'm just trying to make it, because I get that comment a lot. And there's no logic to that happening, because every company handles their product differently. Everyone will be, if it's counterfeit, you can't sell it. But then you go into the details beyond that. And that's what I try to present to you guys, is the details beyond that. I was surprised at how many folks were saying they had already been given time off by eBay in the comments yesterday. I wonder how many accounts have been closed by this. Yeah, there's been a lot of people that's been sitting on VEROs and stuff because of all these changes and wrongful counterfeit claims. Hopefully, nobody's lost their whole account because of it. Like if that happened to me, and I know I'm not in the wrong, and eBay won't reduce them or reverse them, then unfortunately I would have to take a next step, because being wrongly accused of something's not cool. Were you putting Budweiser as brand? Fartsack Jack, do you watch my videos? I talk about that in one of probably many of the last 10 videos, so go back and check out my videos. Watch my videos, damn it. You're asking a question that I've answered probably 3 or 4 times in the past 10 videos. All right, let's get to going. Get this stuff out of here. Let me do Posh first real quick. Since I've got more Posh than eBay, might as well. That's just odd. More items. So I took an offer on a bundle of t-shirts, and it was so it's 10 t-shirts for $55. So basically $5 a shirt. Like I said, I have no problem with doing $5 hats, $5 shirts on my $10 items, because I get this stuff in abundance anyway. So 10 shirts, $5 a piece, for a total of $55. Let me do this mailing, make sure it's priority and not ground, because it might be ground. If it's ground, I gotta use my own box. And it's not showing me the. Hello? Can I print it? I don't see it. How can I print something I don't see? Okay, let's try that again. Okay, why can I not see the Poshmark mailing? That's odd. Something new to me. Never had this happen before. Let's try again. Prepaid. There we go. So it is priority. Why is that name different than the name? Let me print this up. I'm not going to worry why it's different. Oh, that's the name of their closet. Okay, never mind. Okay, so I did find a priority box. So let me get this puppy taped up. Yeah. And then you'll see the items that I let go for $5 a piece. $5 a piece. It's items I can find in abundance here, and I normally do. So we got Bow Hunter Madness t-shirt. We've got Panama City Bike Week shirt. And some of these have been sitting on eBay for a little bit, like this Easter show, car show shirt. That's been on eBay for a couple of years or so. But then like one like this, I just put up like a week ago, Sturgis t-shirt. And then we got Gateway International Raceway, which is now Worldwide Technology Raceway here. We'll cross the river. We got another car show. And these are items that everybody seems to pass up at the bins but me. So Jan knows to find them. Adrian knows to find them. I know to grab them. Cowboy Up Rodeo. Like, I think Adrian brought this one home. On his last time he went. Largemouth Madness Fishing shirt. Another Bike Week. These things used to sell a lot quicker for me on eBay. So this is another item that I'm not surprised moved quick on Posh, but not on eBay anymore. Bunny Run. For whatever reasons. We're not, whether it's eBay or they're burying or the problems, whatever. Whatever the reasoning. We're not going to care about the reasoning anymore. We're caring about the solution, which is cross-listing. Because clearly, numbers don't lie. So yeah, for the month, what am I at for the month? So I'm already at $300, $295, 5 days in. At that rate, that's 3, 6, 12. So that's at that rate, it'd be $1,800 if I kept this rate up. My biggest months so far, last 2 months have been 900 average, basically, a piece. So if I can double that this month, hello. If I can double my Posh in 1 month from 900 to 1,800, you know how big that is? Guess what I'm doing today? My ass is cross-posting. Because this is starting to feel too good to be true. I need to take advantage of it. And then seeing, and I said long before Marcus Dixon's Pickens, check out his channel if you don't know him. Before he started cross-posting, I'm like, he's going to do really well on it because he's basically all clothing. And so I am very happy seeing, not just seeing, well, seeing, first and foremost, seeing him do a hell of a lot better by doing it, but the fact that I wasn't wrong. I like that too. In my selfish way, I like the fact that I wasn't wrong, that he was going to kill it. Because I think he said he's got 9,000 items on eBay, and he's only at 1,700 items on Posh, and he's already doing half of what he sold on eBay the other day. So he sold, I don't remember the dollar, I think it was 5 something. And so I guess he did like 250 on Posh. I'm not sure if those are the exact numbers. I don't remember offhand. I wasn't 100% paying attention. It was just kind of playing. So, but I am very happy to, my prediction came true, and I'm even more happy that he's skyrocketing from it. Good people deserve good things, you know? Good people deserve good things. But you've got to put in the work effort, and he puts in the work. All right, so we've got a pair of Adidas Boosts that's been in my eBay store for like 3+ years, probably more like 5. But sold on Posh 48 hours later for $15. So today I got to get Christmas. I'm going to get Christmas stuff up on eBay. Jan's got more Christmas stuff and Halloween stuff she brought in for me, so I need to get that up. I did a video on Profit Hustle yesterday, and it had some Christmas clothing in it I need to get up today. So I'm going to work on Christmassy and Halloweenish stuff, and then pull that over, and then I'm hitting cross post, whatever you want to call it. How about this? What if Posh outperforms eBay in November and December, and or one of the 2 months? How's that going to look when it comes to just me alone, not counting somebody like Marcus or whoever else is cross-posting now? I mean, if you see 2, 3, 4 resellers on YouTube who do content, and you see how they've been struggling with eBay, and since they've been cross-listing, see how well they're starting to do. And then if you comes November, December, and you see that even just half of us is surpassing eBay on Posh with lesser items, I mean, it's going to be a crazy situation if that becomes a reality. It's going to be, it's not going to be, here, it's going to be life-changing in the sense that we've been struggling and putting up with it and dealing with it and waiting, hoping things would get better. Then finally took it into our own hands. Not only that, we're showing you, the viewers, what's going on. So many of you are following suit, getting similar results. What's that going to say for eBay this time next year? When so many people are moving more product on Posh than eBay. I mean, if I'm eBay, to hear what I just said would be devastating to me. But then again, I care about the small sellers as much as I do the big corporations. Maybe eBay doesn't, and it might be part of the problem with current bigwigs, if you will. So, I don't know. I just don't know. But hey, I am freaking ecstatic with the results I'm getting, the results that other people are getting. That being said, I forgot to share this morning. I need to go do that. All right, let's do some eBay. So I was at what, 150 on eBay? Do you think so? We're at 260 right now. Wow. eBay waking up, and it's only 11 a.m. There we go. Get after it, eBay. You got some catching up to do. You're starting to fall behind to the old Posh. I sold a $20 jacket. I took an offer for. Another $20 jacket I took an offer for, so those both paid. A pair of Tommy Bahama slippers this morning I took a $25 offer for. They paid. And somebody bought a hat from me for $30. I took an offer for $30. So that's the big difference right there. 20, 40, 65, $95 in 4 items. So it's good to see at least some of my higher dollar items, getting some at least offers coming in. I wasn't even getting that, let alone sales. So that's good to see. That helps out the day. Combine 2 orders? Yes, I will. 1 international, Australia. And that's it. For there, remove that. All right, first up we've got... I thought I took all these down, but apparently not. I got Benji disc only. Sold for $6. Headed to Minnesota. Where are just my small cases? Don't forget to order your quarterly supplies if you do. I gotta remember to do that today for eBay. If you have a store and get quarterly supplies for free, I got to do that today. That's actually 4, but 9 or something like that. Adam. Next up, we've got, I guess, a German cassette. Sold for $10. Headed to Ohio. Trying to fall. I'm crushing my stickers, man. You can tell how Adrian does things, right? Like, I would have took them out of the package and stacked them in there nice and neatly. He just, whatever. Busts them open, throws them up. Funny. All right. Aaron. All right. Who's Aaron? Is Aaron here? What's their name, those 2 comedians? And they do that school skit where he comes from an inner city school to a suburb school with white people, and he's pronouncing all the white names, like inner city names. Aaron. It's Aaron. How dare you? And surprisingly enough, a pair of shoes that's been sitting on eBay for 4+ years sold on eBay. Figure that one out. Sold for $9. Headed to Palm Springs, California. So moved them all over. Had 4. I think I've had 5 pairs sold so far since I moved them over, but those 3 were the oldest. Or was there 4 now? I don't even remember now. I've lost track. And I don't have my big mailers, so I've got to put this in a box. I got to grab the box. The box. My box is at? My box is. My box is at? My box is at? Where is my box is at? What do I go with the title or thumbnail for this video? Since last night's tanked, I gotta think a little bit outside the box to make sure this video doesn't tank. Maybe I just put reselling, the game is changing, or something like that. That might get enough people to go, what's this going to be about? Michael? Which a lot of the things I talk about showing the changes going on, so wouldn't be misleading. Another cha-ching. 420 DVD. All right, we got 2 Reader's Digest cassettes, Blowing in the Wind, tape 1 and tape 2. I headed to California, and I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm like, what? Sold for $4.20 a piece. That would be almost $8.40 or $4.19. So $8.38. If my math is correct. All right, Paul. No cassettes are on the way. Doom, doom, doom. Next up, we've got a Funko Evolve. I have no idea what that is. If that's a game or if it's a movie. I guess it'd be a game, but I don't know. Headed to St. George, Utah. Sold for $5.70. Bam, bam, bam. I want a figure of me with Vern on one side and Courtney on the other. That'd be cool. All right, 9, 8 by 6 by 4. Michael, we got your Funko on the way. Michael. Make sure that don't mix that up with the shoe, Michael. Let me put the initial on that one so I don't get confused. Michael B. All right, next up we've got Return to Pooh Corner CD. Kenny Loggins, sealed. Sold for $9. Headed to Fort Wayne, Indiana. So we're going ground. And Matthew. We've got a funny fake hair thing hat. Mizzou. Headed out to St. Charles, Missouri. Right across the waterway there. And sold for $9. Headed right across the Missouri River to St. Charles, Missouri. Alrighty. Whoops. No. This one. Next up, last one that's not international, Drowning Pool DVD. Headed to Rocky Ridge, Maryland. Sold for $8. hurting me lately. That, and that. Da, 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 da. 381. Danielson, you get your drowning pool. Danielson. Alrighty. Review the purchase. Confirm and pay. Boom, 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 boom. That was my waiting music. I've been trying to put together a voice for Dolly to sing where I want it to be horrible, which is perfect for me, but I also want it to be funny and not annoying, that's the hard part. So I'm trying to find a good singing voice for her since I can't sing. That's perfect, but make it to where it's not totally ignoring. It's more funny than annoying. It's probably going to be a very hard task, and I may never get there. But that's what I'm trying to do so I can come up with some singing skits. Because I could just see her singing The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow. So I thought that would be funny if I can find a high voice that's more funny than annoying. So. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow. Annoying, right? I got somebody's attention. So cute. Did I get your attention, girl? I still got one more item to ship, and we'll be ready. You liked it, huh? It made you happy. It made you happy, baby girl. It made my baby girl happy. It made my baby girl happy. Yes, you did. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks if it made you happy. Right now. Oh, you loving the rubbins. All right, let me get this pirate ship taken care of. We've got a Fox. I think this used to be a mascot for like Fox Sport. Yeah, actually, there it is, Fox Sports digger to try to get kids, I guess, campaign with kids. But this shirt sold. Going to Australia, I believe it was. Yes, going to Australia. And sold for $7. Poly bag. T-shirt. $6.92. Use pants. Why did you change that to pants? I'll have to change that back. Update. Get rates. Update. Get rates. Update and I'll get rates. Did the price go up or did I mess up? Previous step. Oh yeah, I messed up. It's got 1 pound. I'm like, well, it shouldn't be $20. What's going on here? Now let me resave that again. All right, much better. Much better, I must say. A wee wee. All right. Now we go. End of day. So only 2 international items in the last 24 hours. Unfortunate. You ready to go, baby girl? All right. Well, that is it. And thanks everybody for hanging out. And hope you have a good sales day. And I'll see you all in the next video. Later.